Hey, I see you came color matched.
That's me. Color, slightly paler, but color matched to my little buggy.
So what do you think, babes?
Love it. Love it. One small problem, the steering wheel is jammed right up against my knees.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I mean, when I tried it, my 6-foot frame, my knees were sitting next to my ears almost. So with you, what are you, half an inch longer than me?
half an inch.
Yeah, so now I get that. I'm planning to build a smaller steering wheel.
Awesome. And then how am I supposed to know how fast I'm going when I hit the highway?
I still got to fit the speedo, but I'll do it.
Whatever makes you happy.
When your beard goes grey, some of us, at least, eventually learn something. And that is that the path of least resistance is the easiest. So in this case, it's a simple, yes dear. It's Wifey Wednesday again, which means I'm working on the Swimbo's project. I mean, a man's got to do what a man's got to do to ensure those tasty supper scheme keeps coming his way. And I'm just thinking now, some of you younger guys might not know yet what Swimbo is. Well, Swimbo is an acronym for she who must be obeyed. You will learn over time. I am busy merging a 1959 Renault 4CV body with the running gear of a 71 Beetle. Yeah, just looking here, I don't have the original Renault instrument cluster, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to fit and make a plan to get that Beetle speedometer mounted here. That'll just work out well, because then the cable through to the Beetle front suspension and everything will just work out and match well. I stripped the speedo out of the Beetle, so this needs to sit here somewhere, I don't know, something like that. And I have to come up with a way to mount this somehow. So I hacked out a piece of the Beetle dashboard. So at least now I've got this bezel ring, or whatever you call it, that I can mount the speedo to. So it's a start for coming up with a way to have this thing sitting here. That's where I took that piece out. Poor old Beetle. But this body is so rotten, its life is now officially over in my mind. And just look at this. Bad rot. So now I'm gonna make some steel side covers for Wayne's new toy. I'm not sure, am I paying a debt or building credit? I'm not sure, but anyway.
Building credit.
My building credit. Okay, I'm building credits.
Definitely a day.
Forecasting around here with a metal cover with the side of this bike. What kind of bike is it?
The Phaser, Yamaha 1000.
Yamaha 1000, whatever.
Yeah, 2005.
I'm not a bike guy.
I came and stole your afternoon.
Yeah, he stole my afternoon, but you're getting there. Okay, so let's see if it fits. That goes in there. That wire is in the way. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
and it clips in there. It gets a little bolt there. Get the seat on and see if that works out. Here we go. So from here on out, it's your baby now. If you want to let it rust or you want to paint it or whatever, I don't give a shit.
In rust we trust. I'll probably just linseed it.
Rust on this fancy superbike. Right, and just to make sure, or to show you that we did make one for the other side as well. Here we go. And the screw. Yeah, it's fitting well.
Yeah. Right, I think that's awesome. Put the seat on quickly.
So just get that seat on.
Seat. Alright.
There you go, the only Yamaha 1000 whatever Z suits, I don't know how many Zs with steel side covers.
There we go. Thank you, Dov.
Cool, brother. Here you go, man. That doesn't look half bad. If I was you, I would just leave it bare metal.
Yes.
Maybe clear coat it or something.
No clear cut be good.
You're
No.
cool.
Thank you, Dov.
So I've cut this bezel ring speedo mounting thing into a circle, and then I rolled this section that I've now got tacked on here, and then I sliced and diced and hacked this tiny little dashboard some. So now I've got this contraption sitting something like that. But my gizmo is actually way bigger than this tiny little dashboard, and I won't be able to weld this into place because then I can't get the speedo in. So that's a bit of a challenge. Yeah, the speedo is a real tight fit. It needs to go in from this side. So I have to make this thing removable. Now I do have these holes here, same on that side. So I've made up this plate that my plan now is basically now to weld this piece to that piece, and then I can bolt it in here through these holes, do the same on the other side. Then I can remove the whole thing as a unit to get to the back side of the speedo, and obviously to install it. So to make the piece I need here, I messed around with a bit of cardboard, pair of scissors, snip, check, carrying on like that until I've established a pattern. I've also marked my, shall we call it, fold line, so that I know where to bend it. So I could use my template or pattern to cut the shape from an offcut piece of 18 gauge steel. This +6 here, yeah, when I was making this template, I saw that I had to add 6 millimeters or 1/4 of an inch on that side. So that was just a note for myself. And now, yeah, you can see here. So I've added more material on that side, approximately 6 millimeter or 1/4 of an inch, like I said. I will still fine tune this, but I will do that once I've made it and I can test it in place. And here I've also marked my fold line or bend line. So I got a piece of pipe here in the vise with a radius about the same as the radius of that dashboard. So now I'm going to just bend my piece around it, lining up my bend line, and give it a bit of a bend. Might need a little bit more, I reckon. Okay, I'm going to go try this. Okay, let's see. Now it's a little bit overbent, but that doesn't matter. It's actually better because then you can just press it and it sort of fits nicely. Now I just got to fine tune this a little bit, and then Bob's your uncle. Who's Bob anyway? So the only thing you really need to get good fits in a situation like this is the big P. Actually, there are 2 P's. Patience and persistence. Check it, take off a little bit, check it again, take off a little bit, and so you carry on. So the question then is, who's going to win? Lack of patience or a good fit? So all my pieces are now tacked together, and I'm going to weld it fully right here in place. It's bolted down, so hopefully it won't move around, but I'm still going to do it slowly, you know, tap, 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 until I've done all of it. Maybe give it some time to cool down in between. Not maybe, definitely. Okay, so I got this thing together, tack, 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 contemplate since until cool, repeat steps above until done, and it looks horrible. So I'm going to take it out and go make it pretty. That looks a little bit better. Here's a reminder, I love my grinder. So yeah, I tacked it first with the flap disc, and now I'm just busy giving it the final touch with the random orbital sander, and then we'll stick the speedo in there and go try it in the car to see what it looks like. Yes, that turned out quite nicely, I think. I'll still be building a smaller steering wheel, just so we can have a little bit more knee space. Yeah, so you could say the whole thing looks like a bit of a pimple sitting here on the dashboard. But yeah, to make this Beetle speedo work, it's the only way I could come up with it. But I think it's okay, I'm happy with it. Now the wifey will be able to see very clearly how slow she is going. Well, then we got floors, we got seats, well, at least one seat. We got a steering wheel, we even got a speedo. I think it's time for the swimbo to come and take another imaginary test drive. I hope she's happy. I think I've earned a few more of the wife's tasty suppers. You know, in Afrikaans we have a saying, Afrikaans my mother tongue, die pad na 'n man se hart loop deur sy maag. I think you have exactly the same thing saying in English, which goes, the path to a man's heart is through his tummy. I'm sure many of you will understand that. Okay, let me give it a try. There we go. Yeah, small little car, eh? But it's gonna work, and once I've made the smaller steering wheel, we'll have a little bit more leg room here. So yeah, I think that'll be good enough. Anyway, that's my story for today. So thanks for hanging out with me. I enjoyed your company. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, have a lucky one, my brothers.
Whatever makes you happy, it just depends.